Welcome, Z Team, to Z Family Night. I am your host tonight, Esther Powers. Colette Daniels is enjoying some time with her family up in a cabin that I have heard so much about. Little jealous every time, you know, I gotta see this place someday. So I'm sure that there are retreats in the planning stages for Colette, for her team, and those of us who are really moving. I am going to be a bit in flow tonight. It's not one of my super structured brain sort of spaces, so please feel free if I go, you know, against the bumpers and it's like, Esther, we got to dial you back in and keep you on point. Please feel free. Brian and those of you who've worked with me enough to to handle that part of me, right? I want to show us first, well, I guess housekeeping, right? You are in control of your mute and your unmute unless there's noise, and then we will control it. You are welcome to share if you have a point or anything. Please click the raise your hand button. I appreciate your interaction. We do have a purpose for this call. It's to keep us all connected and current. And we'll spend about 30 to 45 minutes together, depending on the flow, and hopefully bring some value. And today we are going to talk about two main things. One is our launch in November, and I'm going to change the view so that, let's see here. I'm not sure why. Brian, I'm struggling with my view, so I'm going to put us on gallery. This is very interesting. Me and tech. If anyone would like co-host that's better with tech than me, you are welcome to back me up.
You look good. You look good.
Well, that's helpful. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good, super important.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Brian. I love you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And the launch in November. We are building for the launch. So we're going to talk about the launch, and then we're going to talk about between now and getting to the launch. And that involves a 90-day sprint. And that always sounds good. That the rubber to the road gets a little interesting. Have any of you done or attempted the 75 hard before, Lacey? I don't remember if you were a part of that, right?
Yeah.
So, can you give me an idea how easy it is to stick to something for 75 days?
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But you know what helped us through that was having a team and having support and having accountability with each other. And we wouldn't have made it through if it wasn't for that. So yeah, you can do hard things for a long time if you have support. I think if we try and do it on our own, that's when we kind of just fall off the board there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Literally, our brains are designed to kick us off the board. You know, we're designed. Our mental capacity is designed to keep us within some buffer zones for safety, and sometimes they serve us and sometimes they don't serve where we're going. And what we want to create is always a little bit outside of our known. It's always a little bit outside of what we've experienced before in that unknown space. So, hey, accountability is what we get with all of us. I haven't completed the 75 hard yet. Let me tell you how tempting it is to do that on top of this and just like really, excuse the expression, but dial my shit in, you know, like get this together. So, all right, see what I mean? Woo, I'm all over there. So let me show you how to register. Go to your back office, go to this little register link. To reserve your ticket, you apply 250 Z-Bucks. Just click on this deal, and then 250 regular dollars. There are limited seats to the event. We do expect it to sell out. So order them when when you're able, as soon as you're able. And the maximum that each person can order is 2 at this point. So it is advised, because we are in a situation where there's going to be limited tickets, it's advised to pick up 2 if you consider yourself a leader, because someone will need it within your team if you are moving that way. Anyone have anything to add about that specifically? They've blocked out rooms at the Paris. We have, of course, an amazing team, and we can find roommates and things like that for you if needed. We want everyone there, like everyone there. I want you to jump off of this screen and give me a hug. Okay, so be there. Hi, Joanne. I'm gonna mute you out here.
Hey guys, can I just tell you something? If you guys are not feeling comfortable with staying at the Paris because of the price, the Horseshoe, which is right next door, is a lot cheaper. So just a little heads up. Some people might be, thinking about money. I know it's a big, feat to get there, whether you're driving, going by plane or whatever, but Planet Hollywood and Horseshoe seems to be the closest in walking distance. It's going to be November. It's going to be nice. So I just wanted to kind of like chime in and let everybody know I'm staying at the Horseshoe. I did not reserve at the Paris. So, but if you want to do that, I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. But I just wanted to let everybody know. I don't know. I think the prices are going to keep changing because everybody knows about it now. So if you're thinking about it, get on it now. If you are a hotels.com user, or if you don't have an account, sign up, because they'll make you kind of prepay, but you can get a refund if something changes and if you find something different. But just wanted to kind of give my 2 cents about that in case people are worried about the price.
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, there are definitely options, and I'm local. So if you're confused or struggled, or you want to check into something, you want some information about a spot, I may be able to help. Okay, anything else about the launch, guys? Basically, everything builds to the launch at this point. That's when everything breaks loose. So the 90 days or so between now and then. Lacey, did you have something?
So it's November 12th through the 14th, but the 12th is Sunday. And they're saying that, is it senior managers and higher, or it's like a dinner, or VP or higher? Have you heard about that?
I have heard both VP or higher and senior manager or higher. It will be a VIP dinner basically for leaders of one of those ranks or higher. I'm not sure which yet, because I've heard both.
Okay.
So
And then it'll be a full day on Monday and full day basically Tuesday. So then that way people can figure out when they want to come and go.
Correct. The upside of that is tickets are probably pretty cheap on a Wednesday if you're flying out the day after, or even a Tuesday. Anything else? I mean, I'm basically stocking my closet with Transact Card Green. I think it'd be so much fun to just be a walking Gumby, like just
Hey,
sure,
Esther,
not the only
could
one
you
of
just
you.
say those dates again?
Yes, November 12th, that night, for leaders for dinner, and then the 13th and the 14th all day.
Okay. So probably good to fly in either the 11th or the 12th and then fly out on the 15th.
That's what I would offer, yeah, to anyone who really wants to get the full value and integrate both the relationships and the launch. A lot of times the best meetings are before and after the event, right, Lacey? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I love launches and I love conventions, and man, you stay close to that and that will lit you on fire, and you can never get a first launch. A launch is a one-time thing. So if you guys can go, but yes, the before and after meetings are always the funnest and the most memorable. So yeah, I would love to connect with everybody. We'll have to find out we'll have to get like a chat once we know who everyone's going to be there, and get a chat to where we can like message each other, meet up and do stuff. So
we'll probably have a specific telegram for those who are there at the event so that we can coordinate meetings and food and things like that a little bit. I have actually a few of us have worked together on kind of keeping the team flowing at events before. So we've got a little practice with this. We do a great job. It's always fun. And I just, like I said, jump off the screen and hug me, please. Please be there. Bring your family and the people that you love so I can meet them too. If anybody else comes up with something about the launch that I forgot, please let me know, because otherwise I am moving on to what we do between now and then. I'm a little nervous just because I'm all in, and here we go. So this will be the first time that I have actually followed through fully on one of these, specifically within this sort of venue. I have completed 90-day programs with coaching group and in the personal development realm. And let me tell you, it's no joke. It is like the real stuff, and it is worth it. So that was directed at 4 life goals, basically physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual pillars. Set a goal in each of those that were larger, bigger goals, and ran for that for 90 days. Had a daily check-in with a coach and with a buddy. So I feel like adding a buddy system to what we're doing here with ZTEAM might not be a bad idea. This is specifically, Michael has taught this over and over and over. He runs in 30-day chunks usually, because frankly, for most of us, like we discussed a little earlier, that's about as much as most of us can get before our unconscious like fritzes out and we got to start fresh again and set a new goal. We are going to work together as a team, whoever's ready to do this, and we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to gamify this. Gosh, I just have a potty mouth today, but gamify this, biatch. And we are going to get ZTEAM duplicating and expanded, and with the right kind of energy and the right setup before we land there in the launch in Vegas. And we are going to be bringing all of this together. And I say we because I'm in. So you get to look at my face a bit with all of this, because I have chosen in, which means that I get to hold accountability meetings and hold myself accountable and invite all of you along. I don't know exactly what that will look like yet. We are starting this officially Saturday, according to Aaron Whittier, who, Aaron and Brett created this time around. If you would like to watch his presentation, which will be far more left brain and detailed than mine, please go to the Facebook page and watch that from Tuesday, from last night. Whew. All right. Sometimes I really just, I'm one of those people, I don't know what I'm going to say either until it comes out of my mouth. So it's really entertaining to say, okay, here we go. So the goal of this is expansion, really expanding ourselves, expanding our business, and being ready to launch our business as strong as possible at launch. The 90 days before is the key time to do that. So this is kind of self-explanatory, right? Your name, okay, got it. Leader support. I don't normally put my phone number out on calls, but I will put it out on this one. It's 702-675-5444. You can text me or call if I can be of support. I imagine that everyone has Colette's information. I'm not going to plaster that on because I didn't get, I know. You can get it. We can get it for you if you want to reach out to Colette. If you don't know who your top 3 leader support are, let's get them for you. Okay, we want to make sure that you can text and throughout this 90-day sprint, ask for the support you need and get it. Okay, so we want to make sure you're plugged in. Yes, Lacey.
On the leader support, also everyone's on Telegram. So they could even find Colette on Telegram instead of having to have a phone number. So we're all on there.
Such a genius. Yes, find her on Telegram. I am her through Facebook. Yeah. If you're building it all now, you already know how to reach your support. However, you might only be leaning on one person. Make sure you have 3.
Esther,
So,
can you repeat your
yeah.
phone number again?
Yes, I might have said that quickly. It's 702-675-5444.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. So what are your goals by official launch in Vegas? I was shooting for VP, but Aaron checked me on what's real about SMART goals. The R stands for risk. And if you're shooting for where you want to land, that's just not the way to go. So take your goals and go double them. Take your goals and double them. So my goal, my personal goal at this point is senior VP by launch. That's a heck of a lot of calls and work and support. And am I here for it? Let's find out, right? Let's go. What's yours? Where do you want to be? Was speaking with Michael Zappi about this just a night or two ago, about the lifestyle of shooting for the moon. You might hit a star. And that's just an attitude that really makes things happen. So what is driving you to hit the goals? Is it money, helping people? What's your purpose? What's your mission? For me, it is actually the mission. Anything that drives a community environment where we are each showing up in our best self, the way God designed us, whatever our gifts are, and able to give back into the community we're at and support each other from a different energy. I'm about that. And the fact that this company, or that the way that we're designed here, takes, we vote with our dollars. It takes my dollars and puts it in a different vote, in a different momentum, and increases the potential for, all they have to do is use their card wisely and an e-commerce site wisely, and they can double their buying power. That to me looks like an economic shift in the middle of a recession. And that's the kind of thing that, yeah, makes money, but it changes a lot. So that's me, that's my drive. Hold on to the dream. Okay, I didn't write that. I'm not sure exactly, I say wake up in the dream every day. If we're not giving our minds, if we're not spending some time in the vision, it's literally a minute or 2 minutes a day of being in where we're going, and not just where we're going, but shoot past it a little bit. Like for me, in this example, it would be, instead of what's happening at the launch for me, how do I feel the 3 and 4 days after when I'm coming down from that high? And what kinds of things am I remembering from that? What that does for our brains is, if we're not creating a memory in the future, we're leaning on the memory of the past, and that's going to bring in all those old habits. So that's what I would offer on that. Hold on to the dream. Yes, Lacey.
I just want to add something about the money part. I know that people get weird about money. Everyone's got these beliefs. Everyone's got these walls up. Everyone has this past and how our parents and our grandparents, and, whenever we say, yeah, it's about the money, it makes it sound greedy and selfish, and it's not. And I think that, the last couple of weeks, we've really been focused on changing our mindset of abundance. And, we have physical bodies that physically need money. If we didn't have physical bodies, we would not need money to take care of ourselves. And yeah, I mean, we're finding different ways to do it without money, and down the line, hopefully we can trade and not have to worry about money, whatever. When that happens, that happens. But right now we're living in the reality that we need money to live. And it's okay to want money. It's okay to want to make money. So if it says, is it for money? Everyone better be saying yes, because you know what that money can do for you is it can help you help more people. So that's helping people, but it's helping more people. But we have all worked we're just going to go into swear words today. We've all worked our asses off for our whole lives, and it's like, to the point of, it's okay to want money and to not be scared of it and to not feel selfish by wanting it. But the more we can want it and put it into, it wants to be in the circulation. The money wants to be in the circulation. And if we all keep putting up those blocks, it's going to keep blocking it. So just if money has a little like weirdness with you, like maybe find a meditation or find something that you can start like letting that go, like letting go to those beliefs with the parents or how you grew up or whatever it is, because you guys, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge, and it's bringing money into our communities and our families and what's going on. And if you're scared of money, you're not going to know what to do when it comes in. So get ready for it. Don't be scared of it. Get ready for it because it's coming.
Lacey, I love you. I love you. I love that you brought that up because money's a magnifier, right? So, and I'm not going to pretend I know all about this. I'm learning about this, and I'm going to learn about it further with each of you and all of that as we grow. We're dealing with money. We are going to bump into mindset stuff. We're going to be in an experience where we're going to be triggered into our money programs, and the people that we are reaching out to enroll are going to be triggered, and there's going to be all kinds of energies and emotions that will occur over the course of whatever the next 2, 3, 4, 10 years of this business for us, right? And as digital branch offices and professionals in this industry now. So it's very valid. There's a reason we call it currency. Because if it wasn't dollars like we deal with it, or whatever other currency, even rewards is a form of currency, you know, it is a value exchange. And value is a very individual perception sort of a thing. And so it's going to stir some things up. And I'm excited about that, frankly, because I love the personal growth part of the whole piece. It's a fun ride. So, yeah, I love that you brought it up. I'm not sure exactly where to take that now without going off track. So I'm going to see if I can dial myself back in off the bumper there. The next box to the right is current rank. For me, that is manager. I hit manager in 7 days, and then I basically stopped. Because of my own integrity around the banking thing, and I have this other employer and all of that. So I am actually turning in notice here within a few days. And, you know, I'm glad this is a kind of a private Facebook group. Everybody protect my ass, okay? But I'm excited about that. Gold rank, I gave you senior VP. Because I know that is entirely possible under this environment. If I cover the points and I bring my A game, who knows who I might find who is ready, more ready than me, way better skilled for this than me. You know, I get into star charts a bit and things like that, right? Not heavy, but more like human design and gene keys. I like to get into the differentiation and the clues into how different we are. And I can tell you from that perspective that using Michael Zappia as an example, we're built completely different. And it is literally written in his stars to do what he does. For people to be attracted like we are to that energy and to hear what he has to share, and for him to be able to share it. I can totally knock myself out of alignment with that, or I can be good at what I'm good at, which is attracting amazing people. And I can go from that perspective, make enough of the calls, do enough of the reach out, that synergy brings it. Like that's the way it's going to work for me. But I got to do the numbers, because I'm not built the same. It's a little more difficult for me to get myself moving there. You might be more like me, you might be more like him. You're probably somewhere in the middle. Bottom line is, in this 3D reality, you do this, you get this result, you play the numbers, you reach out to enough people, things happen. Current TCMs. TCM is a Transact Card member. That is our customer. That is our product. That is what we need to be sharing. As soon as someone enrolls as a DBO, or if they're just kind of looking. TCM goal. Actually, my TCM goal is 100. I want to have 100 TCMs active. I want 100 people who are swiping their card in my organization. Current DBOs. I have 5 people who trusted me so far enough to enroll as DBOs, and my goal, gosh, I don't know. Let's say 30. Let's say 30 new enrollments on DBOs. I'll put myself there. I'm glad this is recorded because I'm not writing it down, but I'm sure I'll remember. I know my goals. All right, so the chart, it is 6:56. I have already hit the 30-minute mark. So let's see here. How quickly do this. while staying effective. So you can see that the goal is 100 points per week, right? So let's take that, divide it by 7 days. We don't want to take any days off because this is a 90-day blitz. So you want to be doing something every day. And that is just under 15 points a day. So my goal, my daily goal is 15 points a day. That way I am always a little bit ahead of that 1300. And so to me, this is self-explanatory, but I'm going to kind of go through it because we're all just a little different. And I'm going to use a marker because I get bored. Let's see here. Where's, if I can figure that part out, draw. Yeah. His Zoom is set up different than mine. I'll pass on that. So, okay, exposures. And exposure is, I've done one of those today. I chatted with a friend. She reached out to me at a time where we could connect. It was good timing. I brought this up to her once before. The energy wasn't really sparking. She didn't even remember me bringing it up to her. Today, I obtained permission to send the video. She hasn't watched it yet, so I'm not counting it as a presentation. Forgive me, I have to turn off my phone there. ATM, add tag message. Is there anyone who does not know what that means? Actually, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to tell you. Add tag message, that's a system online that I don't actually use that much because I'm not a super social media based person with my business at this point. I'm much more at the phone call, text message, let's get on Zoom level. But add tag message relates to any of the groups like the Transact Card member group or the DBO group that you feel like someone would like to see those posts, that would be the best exposure for them. Add them to the group, tag them in the post, send them a quick message saying, hey, check this out. A follow-up, hey, I sent you that video. Did you watch it? Can we talk? How'd you feel? Presentation invite for 3 points, that's a full presentation. So that's your 20-minute presentation on ZTEAM.FAMILY or through the app. Or a live Zoom, live presentation, maybe a 3-way call, that counts. Well, 3-way call, actually you get 4 points now that I see this. Why? Because it's so much more personal. Because when you get someone on a 3-way call with a leader, there is just a different juice and it makes people feel special. It's the bottom line. So, and then there's the new TCM and new DBO. That's pretty obvious. You get an enrollment, there you go. So 15 points a day. I had to pick up my pace a bit, but do I feel like I can do it? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Can I hit 15 points a day? Yes. What's wonderful is when I don't track that way, that's my signal to me that I've got triggering going on. That something is in the, that something's coming to the surface that affects my leadership lid, as John C. Maxwell calls it. And doing the do and making myself do that is no different in that moment than deciding I'm going to reach some physical goal and making sure I go to the gym that day and complete my workout all the way. It's 7 p.m. on the nose right now, on the nose. I'm gonna hush for a minute and see what anyone else has to share, because that's just, I'm gonna soak that up.
I'll share one more thing and then I'll shut up too. I just got on and found an app that's like a counter, like a tally, like a counter. So I'm going to do each individual circle as an exposure, ATM follow-up, and I'm going to do all the categories. And then as the day goes, because I'm not going to always have my sheet with me, right, through the day. So I'm just going to go in and just tally them, because sometimes I'm out and about, sometimes I'm on the phone, because if you don't write them down or keep track of them, you're going to forget. So that could be another fun way, right, to do it, is to get like a count or a tally on your phone, like an app where you just click on it, click on it, click on it, and at the end of the night, write it down, then reset it for the next day.
What's the name of the app that you found that you like?
The one that I found, it has a circle and the number 8, and it's called Count on Me. But
Okay.
there's a lot of them on there. I just looked up like Tally app or Count app or something like that, and a bunch of them came out. So
Okay. And I just saw, oh, Amy, how do you get the sheet? Colette posted it or pinned it on the Facebook page today. I have it. I thought I could just add it in here as an attachment, but I'm, you know, a super techie person, and
I could throw it up in the Telegram chat.
that would be fantastic. Thank you, Lacey. What would I do without you? Thank you for being here today, Lacey. Lacey is my spontaneous co-host, and I am loving it. We ought to do this more often. I like it. What else? Who has something?
I don't know that I'm on the Telegram. What is it? What is the Telegram?
Well, let's make sure we change that. Do you have the app?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like I'm on Transact Card announcements.
Okay, but you are not in ZTEAM chat.
I don't think so, because I'm not seeing it come up.
ZTEAM chat is the group. If you're not able to find it by search, I will find you. Do I spell your name the same way?
Maybe not.
Okay, so let me know if you need.
Kind of a pain when you change your name.
Sure.
It's probably under my my prior name, Ella Thorpe. You know, Esther, I've got your cell. Maybe I'll send it to you.
Let's do it that way. Yeah, we'll get you hooked up.
Okay, sounds good.
And Patricia, you're not on ZTEAM Telegram either. So that it's ZTEAM chat. Search, hit search. If you're not able to find it or you struggle getting in, just reach out to me personally. We'll figure it out. So I guess I'll just close it. It's of course optional. You don't have to sprint with us. It's a choice. And frankly, a 90-day commitment for that kind of thing is a lot. And what is not helpful for our unconscious mind is to do something because it's a cool thing to do right now, or because that's what everybody else is doing, and then not follow through for ourselves. What that does is it gives us the opposite sort of feedback for what we're looking for, right? But if you're ready and you're serious and you're moving and you want to be in a certain spot by launch, and you've been getting in your own way like me, I'd love to play. Let's beat each other out on some points.
Hey, Esther, another thing I think is really important, just so everybody kind of feels comfortable, is what Brett said. He said, you know, go slow to go fast. So if you haven't had time to look in the back office and kind of learn some of the systems and kind of figure out where you jive with, you know, maybe the Telegram or the Facebook apps, if that's your choice, take some time to learn what works for you. Because it can get overwhelming when you all of a sudden everyone's like, join this, and I think you should join this, and next thing you know, your phone's dinging like crazy, and you constantly feel pressure because you got to check this out, or you got to do this, or you got to read this. Talk to, you know, lock arms with somebody, or reach out to me if you guys want to, and kind of figure out what's best for you, because we're not all the same people. So what works for you might not work for somebody else. And so you know, one thing I want to tell people that come in the organization is, you know, sitting down with them and saying, what kind of communication do you like? You know, because if you don't have time to be on this, and this, then you know what, how can we help you learn on your own time versus having people feel pressure that they got to get on maybe, you know, one of these calls, or have to know about there's 4 presentations a night, or that this one's going on at this time, and then the corporate's on Monday, and then you got the team impact. I mean, it's a lot. And that honestly will overwhelm somebody to be like, you know what, this is becoming more than I thought it was. And we're not keeping the simplicity of the business, you know, where it needs to be. And it's going to distract a lot of people from moving forward. So I think if you write down, you know, what works best for you, and then talk to either your sponsor, whoever signed you up, or to this group, like open, you know, just say, hey, you know, what would you suggest for my personality type, or with my work schedule, or for where I'm at and how to accelerate. You know, I don't want people to feel like they have to be at a certain level, because that, you know, when you've never done this before, it's scary. I mean, I'm not a network marketer, you guys. Like yes, I have a personality. I can talk to anybody, but I don't have the skills like a lot of people that you'll hear on these videos have. I'm learning too. So I think you just need to figure out what integrates with your system versus then trying to be or become somebody that, you know, that you're not. And I think organic and natural is going to be your best path versus, you know, getting yourself, you know, kind of all jumbled up, and it's gonna set you back, because I've done it before and it just sets you back. You know, the whole, you know, get uncomfortable to be comfortable. Like a lot of these phrases that you're hearing, if you've never heard them before in your life, it's just learning. It's people teaching you what they've done, but also a lot of times they're not really saying, hey, I was once you. You know, they've been doing this for so long, but it really can be a natural conversation. And it's just in a simple conversation as well.
100%. And I love that you brought that up, because one of the things that is, yeah, I've been a serial network marketer, right? This is not network marketing. This is a completely different environment, which is why I love it. However, there are similarities in any entrepreneurial environment where relationship marketing is the base. And one of the things that I have, it's been fingernails on a chalkboard for me in my own life. I don't have the kind of bandwidth like you're talking about, right? To be able to show up as my best self for the phone calls, my team stuff, my stuff, and be on every single corporate call and every single team Zoom and all of that. And it is vitally important. I think if I didn't touch on it well enough earlier, that's what I was attempting to kind of touch on earlier, that know thyself, right? Know, how does this business fit in your life for your reasons, for your purposes, and set it up in a way that will work for you so that you will work it. Because what happens, I think, Amy, what if I'm hearing you and what I've seen with myself and with other people, is that we find something that's super exciting, we jump in with all our feet, and the rest of our life is just sort of like overwhelmed all of a sudden by this totally different lifestyle and all of these new activities. And that creates some dissonance, right? It creates some cognitive dissonance. Whereas when you're considering starting a business as a wise entrepreneur, you're taking some time to put systems together and you're planning it a bit, right? And you're putting these things together while you're plugging in and learning your business. So I'll be straight, guys. Telegram gathers probably 50, 60 messages, and then I go in and I clear them and I look for what's important, or if there's an alert, I look at it. I already am in what the situation Amy was talking about. I pick and choose what I do, because energy is our most vital. It's all we have. And currency is energy, and currency is money. And so we actually deal in this. You know, so the more we learn to manage our energy as we become leaders, I can, believe me or not, I have a personal knowing and guarantee that our financial wealth, our financial environment, our financial reality will get closer to what we want as we manage our energy, so that our own little world is getting what it needs and wants. So yeah, if this
and
is,
you know, we have time, you know, remember everybody, we have time. I mean, there's millions and millions and millions of people in this world. So, you know, don't feel stressed that you gotta talk to everybody. Do what's right for you. Do what you can do. And don't take the pressure off yourself. If you skip a day, you skip a day. Don't beat yourself up over it. You know, life
Right.
gets in the way. And, you know, we're only human, you know, we're only human. So, and there might be a day where you're just like, I'm tapped out and you know what? I don't want to do anything but lay in bed and watch Netflix because I don't want to think about anything else. And then
Yeah.
the other day you're going to wake up revived and you're going to, you know, all of a sudden be on fire and you want to talk to 10 people. But, you know, don't look at that as a bad thing. You know, be you, be the authentic, the you that you are. Remember why you got in this business. Think about the vision and what made you sign up in the first place. And you know what? The rest will come. We've got years to develop this. Some are just taking it full throttle because they have the experience. And you know what? Tap into as much as that knowledge that you can, but don't feel bad if you can't keep up, because you know what? Sometimes you might end up on top doing it your way, and their way is just something that they've always known. And so just develop your own way.
I absolutely agree. We need to know where we're at and where we're going and develop your own way. However, understand that the way that we're going to create is going to be the same way we've created before, that has created the exact same results we have right now, unless we do things that make us uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to offer or add is absolutely, if you are running your business at anybody's pace than yours, then that's on you. And if you're competing with anyone other than yourself, pacing, that's on you. It's evidence of the way that we handle our lives, right? It's evidence of the way we show up in everything. So it's up to you whether you take that in that moment and what's best for you. Because Amy's right. Some days the very best thing is to turn it all off and let your nervous system chill the hell out. Gosh darn it, HE double hockey sticks. How many am I tracking today? That's like 6. Like, sometimes that's the best choice, and sometimes that's the excuse choice, but you are the only one who can hold yourself accountable to that. And that's why we do a point system every day. And it might be the next morning that you're holding yourself accountable to that positive or negative. Hey, I'm grateful that I had that because, like Amy just said, I woke up the next morning juiced, right? Or it might be you don't want to show up for the accountability call the next morning because you realize that you were in your stuff and I'm still there, right? So instead of show up and say I had 0 points and I was in a rough spot, so your sponsor can be aware, or the people who support you can be aware and support you through that moment, you might not show up. Well, where else does that show up in your life? Is that serving you? Is that the kind of entrepreneur you want to be? This is the opportunity that I see here. And Amy and Lacey, I love you for your input and your yeah. Lacey, you unmuted again. What you got for
Yeah,
us?
I just wanted to reiterate and just kind of close it out that, yeah, this is a choice. This is just a gamified way to get things rolling. And it is, we're all adults. We can make our own decisions. You know what I mean? What we do. This is just a gamified way to have accountability, to keep us moving, because we know that if we set these goals even higher than, even some of us know, like, I'm going to set this goal, but that's pretty far out there. But guess what? You're going to be a lot closer to that goal than if you didn't do something and set a goal, right? So just like when we do the 30-day runs, I do a 30-day run. I've done it 4 times and I've never hit 30 days, but guess what? I got 10 or 12 or 15 customers in my other business that I probably would have only maybe got 2 or 3 if I wouldn't have done that. So it's just setting those goals to get us closer. It's a fun gamified way to do it. Not everybody has to do it. You can find an accountability just to talk to, like me and Amy talk to each other all the time and kind of keep ourselves accountable with each other. But it is everybody's own personalities. We're all different. Not everyone's going to align with everything, but we're just going to give different ideas and different platforms for people to find what works for them. And so that's what I love about this is we have so many different ways to do this, except for we want to keep it like, we want it duplicatable. We want it simple, right? We want to do that, but you can do it. People can run this however they want to run it, for sure.
Love it. Amy, did we get what you were saying? Or did we spin it in another direction?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I just, you know, coming, you know, for those that that don't know me, I know I have a business that I started years ago. So I'm busy. And there are a lot of times I'm in a situation where I don't connect with people all the time. It's more on my social and my, you know, the connections that I've made in my past. And I just never wanted to get myself wrapped up into where if I don't feel like I wasn't able to connect for whatever reason, I don't want to get that, you know, get myself down over that. And so, I mean, I'm sure everybody on this call has a life. They maybe have a full-time job. And you know what? Sometimes, you know, your day stretches and you get home and you're just like, you know, I'm tapped. I just need some mindless activity in my life right now because I had a stressful day. And, you know when I first started in this business, and it hasn't been that long ago, but you feel pressure, and I don't want people to have to experience that pressure, because this shouldn't be pressure. It is what it is. It's a $25 card. It's going to save people money. You got in it because you saw the vision, and it really can change our lives financially. But whether you work it fast, you work it slow, you work it at a medium pace, you know, it's going to work. It's going to work. This company, you know, when they do what they're going to say they're going to do, we're all going to be benefiting. And especially when they put that group pool together where, you know, off of the swipes in the Z Club. And, you know, they were saying, hey, we want Larry Lane to go find 10,000 customers. And we want, you know, Jeremy Perkins to go get 100,000 customers. However they're choosing to do it, we want that. And don't feel like you got to compete with those guys, because what they're doing is they're bringing money into our pool as a community, because we're all in this together. So whether you're a DBO or a manager or a senior manager or wherever you're at, there's money to be made. And you know what? You will get there. And if you don't get there, it's okay. But you know what? Something is better than nothing. And so if the prediction is right on the DBO and you get the 25 customers, however long it takes you, and you get that $800 that they're predicting, or whatever, $850, that's an extra $850 that we didn't have in our pocket. You know, if you can do the, you know, the plus, if you can get there, fabulous. But don't stress over that, because you know what? The keep the eye on the prize. You know, keep the eye on the prize is just talking to your friends, your family, your connections, seeing if this could be an opportunity for them, connecting them with people that you feel comfortable enough to talk to, and just keep moving forward. But really, it's, you know, trust me, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not doing everything every day, because sometimes I just can't. And when, you know, my day lasts 10 hours, I'm in Arizona, I sweat, you know, I'm sitting outside. It's actually nice because I love the outdoors. I hate being in my house all the time, but I'm sweating. But, you know, I'm taking 2 showers a day, you know, so sometimes it's hard to dress up and get up and go all the time to be who you need to be. But I'm just me. And the people that know me, I'm just me, you know, and that's who they really want to know, is your genuine self. And so don't be somebody that you're not, because this business really does sell itself. You're giving them a stellar product, a card that's going to save them money. And you know what? If they say no now, it just means not right now, but they're going to see what's going on with this company. So they're going to come back to you. I truly, in my whole heart, feel they're going to come back to you. So don't take that no take it as a not now, because they will come back. Just plug it in their ear. You're going to hear about, this is what I say. If they say no, you're going to hear about it. I just wanted to let you know that this is my business now. So I will hope that you would think about, or, to support me and come back to me if you choose that this would be the right thing for you and your family. Done. Next. So.
Thank you, Amy. Ruth, did you have something to add?
No, other than I just really appreciate all of you. And I think, Amy, that really resonates with me, because I've done a lot of these businesses and I'm the kind of person that just can, think that I'm never doing enough or that I could always do it better. So thanks, Amy.
Well, we are our own worst critics, right?
Oh, yeah.
So That's what this group is for. We're gonna take you off that ledge. You're not. You're great. You're doing awesome.
We're becoming our own best friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're shifting that conversation.
So,
Was ready. Hi, Sharon. Did you want to say anything? Oh, no. Okay. We are at 20 minutes after 7, so we've gone 50 minutes. So I'm going to close it because I'm really practicing this under an hour thing. And thank you. Thank you, everyone who contributed, everyone who's present. And it really, frankly, it supports me in my growth and just opportunity, getting out here, putting myself out here, going through the whatevers, you know, the stuff, which is getting less and less noisy and less interrupting my flow. So I really appreciate all of you being here and contributing. And yeah, I'm excited. Like, we'll chat some more on Saturday morning. Saturday will be Trish DeMarcus is scheduled. As long as everything goes as planned, she will be leading that for us, and she always brings the value. So it will be one to be there or watch the replay, and we'll chat at least a little bit more about this, even if it's just that accountability piece. It's very likely going to be me because I'm choosing in. So yeah, we'll touch base on that. Anything else?
Awesome job tonight, Esther. Thank you so much. Thanks, Amy, for chiming in,
yeah,
everybody.
thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Great
Lacey.
meeting tonight, Esther. Thank
Have
you.
a great night, you guys, and reach
Yeah.
out. Seriously, I'm available. If I can help in any way, I'm more than happy to help. So
Same. We're all a family, so you guys can reach out to anybody that you connect with.
Thank you.
I'll put my
Thank you.
number in the chat. I don't, you know, I'm good with that. So please reach out. If I don't get back to you, I promise I will. I'm doing it right now.
You can
Thank
also find us on Telegram too, if you guys want to find us in there. Hey, good night. Gonna go
All
spend
right,
time with your
good night,
family.
everyone.
Love you guys.
Thank you so much. See you
Yeah,
soon.
thanks. Bye-bye, everyone.
Miss Alla was great.